Hi geeks! Welcome to my channel. Today we're shopping at Trader Joe's. It is now March and spring has finally sprung with really cute Easter arrivals along with lots of lemon goodies. So let's go check them out and see what there is to buy this week. There's pretty pink and purple multi-bloom hydrangeas for $10.99. And I'm not sure what this pink flowered plant is because there was no label, but there are assorted bulbs for $3.99, which is a great deal. Also assorted mini foliage for $4.99. There's a bulb garden in a clay pot for $8.99, which comes back every spring, along with a peekaboo sunset cactus for $6.99. Also, there's these beautiful succulent gardens that already have started to bloom little red flowers for $14.99. 20-stem daffodils always return for spring for $2.99. Also, these shamrock plants, or I think these are 3-leaf clovers, have also returned this year for $4.99. Honey mangoes are back. These are sweet and buttery champagne or honey mangoes. You get a 4-pack for $5.99. Nectarines are back also, and these are extra sweet. You get 2 pounds for $6.99. Check out these gold nugget mandarins. Not sure what makes this limited edition, but it has a cool name and the font reminds me of a Vegas casino. A 2-pound bag is $3.49. Lemonade apples. I have been really enjoying these. They taste like a golden delicious, but they're crunchier and have a slight tartness to it, along with the sweetness. A 2-pound bag is $3.49. Pine berries are back in season for $5.99, and the jumbo blueberries have also returned for $5.99. Moving to the bakery section, we are now kicking off lemon season at Trader Joe's with new lemon poppy seed buns. A bakery in Denmark hand forms and bakes these buns, creating an artisanal quality product like you might find at your local bakery. This sweet raised dough is generously spread with zingy lemon filling that's powered by lemon peel and lemon puree. Then it's twisted into a traditional Danish knot pastry. The moist buns are finished with crunchy pearl sugar and plenty of poppy seeds, which provide a classic and distinctively woodsy flavor for $4.49. Lemon zest Madeleine cookies are back. Every time there's a seasonal flavor, I say this, but these taste more like a soft sponge cake more so than a cookie with a nice hint of lemon. These are yummy and worth a try for $2.99. Glazed sweet lemon scones are back. I tried this in a previous year and really love them. They're nice and soft and have a lemon glaze on top. They are on the sweeter side, but definitely worth a try if you love scones for $4.49. The lemon mini sheet cake has also returned. This is a moist lemon cake topped with lemon cream cheese frosting, and then it's sprinkled with lemon zest. When this initially came out 2 years ago, it was absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't stop eating it. But last year, something was off, and I couldn't even finish it. So for anyone who decides to try it this year, please let us know if this year's batch is good or not for $5.49. Chocolate Brooklyn Babka is a staple bakery item that is offered for most of the year. This is a sweet pastry or bread that has all these thin, delicate layers of chocolate laced in between and then studded with chocolate chips. This has been on my list to try, so let's take a closer look. I always was a little hesitant to try this because it looked dry to me, but I was very pleasantly surprised at how nice and soft and even slightly moist this was. I'd say the sweetness level is at a 6 out of 10, but it heightens to a 7 once it's warmed up, and it also gets greasy when it's warm. It's like a cross between a cake and a bread and almost a little Danish-like because it's also a little bit dense. The chocolate flavor isn't overpowering despite how it looks. It tastes like an extremely mild brownie in terms of flavor, but with a different texture. This was pretty good, but I would have preferred another flavor for $5.99. Danish Princess Pastry is back for a limited time. This is made for us in Denmark, and it's constructed of a classic tender pastry dough with a creamy custard-style marzipan-infused filling, which is similar to marzipan, but it's made with apricot kernels instead of almonds. I'm not big on Danishes, with the exception of the almond ring Danish from Trader Joe's, which I reviewed before in a previous video, and I highly recommend. But let's get back to reviewing this Danish. This was very soft and moist and had a mild flavor. The custard filling is gelatinous and the flavor is mild and creamy. The ingredients are awful in this, so I'm glad that it tasted good. Sweetness level is probably at a 7.5 out of 10 at room temperature and an 8.5 once it's warmed up. Overall, I really enjoyed the marzipan filling within the layers of the bread, and I would definitely repurchase this to quickly serve for brunch or breakfast when guests come over because it's visually appealing and also it gets the job done, especially for $2.99. Also, the glazed sour cream donuts have returned for $4.49. I noticed in my store they switch out their tortillas from time to time. They have a handful of staples, but then every so often they will change them out, like these flour tortillas, which I just noticed are back in stock, 180 calories per piece, and you get 12 for $1.99. Or you can choose the organic mini tortillas, and you get 12 for $2.49. Spicy kosher dill pickles are back, which one of you let me know, so thanks for the heads up. I tried them once, but I found that they weren't that crunchy, but it definitely had a spicy kick to it, and it was very salty for $2.99. I was looking for the hot and sweet jalapenos to pick up, and then these pickled jalapeno pepper slices caught my eye. I'm pretty sure these are new, or maybe they have been here and they are just a new packaging. Either way, it's another option we have for $1.99. Moving over to the refrigerated section, there's a new Kerrygold Irish cheddar cheese with chili peppers. This is made in Ireland, where grass-fed cows produce rich, flavorful milk that makes this so creamy. That creaminess tempers the heat of the red chili pepper flakes strewn throughout, bringing out the sharpness of the cheddar. Grate it over baked potatoes and french fries, or melt it on a freshly grilled burger, and this is $9.49 per pound. There's also a new grated Parmesan cheese with truffle. It's crafted for us by a Wisconsin creamery who flavors pre-grated piquant Parmesan with just the right amount of truffle to give it a nice boost of umami elegance. Try topping your next plate of pasta with this, and it would be also great on soups, salads, or mixed into mashed potatoes or mac and cheese for $10.99 a pound. The black garlic cream cheese spread has returned. This would be great as a sandwich spread or on bagels for breakfast with some tomato and microgreens or arugula. I was almost going to get it, but then I saw there's not one, not two, but 3 gums in it, which I thought was a little excessive for $2.79. I also noticed the chicken uncured bacon ranch dip is back. This has white chicken meat, shredded sharp cheddar cheese, and uncured bacon, all in a creamy ranch dressing. You could use this as a dip, or you can even make a sandwich with it and just add more rotisserie chicken, some lettuce, tomatoes, and onions, and this is $4.99. Also in the refrigerated section, the California roll and vegetable roll are $5.99 each, and spring rolls with shrimp or tofu are also $5.99. and $5.49. Trader Joe's is finally carrying orange marmalade again. So a little bit about marmalade. First, you gotta balance the sweetness of the fruit juice and sugar involved with the tartness of the citrus and bitterness of the orange rind. Then you gotta find just the right balance of fruit and rind within the physical makeup of the marmalade. Too much fruit and it's more like a jelly, and too much rind and it becomes overly chewy. This is made by the same supplier in Belgium who previously also made the apricot, cardamom, and green tea yuzu spreads. Each batch is approximately 44% Seville orange. In some parts of the world, the Seville orange is known as bitter orange, and it's almost never eaten raw. In a marmalade, however, that bitterness tempers the sweetness of the sugar. This is ideal on toast or on yogurt or with some cottage cheese for $2.99. Chips in a pickle. I don't know if these are offered year-round now, but I've seen them around for most of the year, and these are $2.99. Trader Joe's has kicked off cinnamon season also, and it's pretty interesting that they choose to roll it out in the spring, but here we are with the cinnamon bun inspired pancake and waffle mix, which I've heard is great, for $3.99. Also the cinnamon crumb coffee cake mix, another fan favorite. I tried this last year. The topping is basically just brown sugar mixed with butter, and the cake part is dense and soft at the same time, and it's not overly sweet. I really enjoyed this for $3.49. Cinnamon blondie bar mix is also back. I'm more of a traditional brownie girl, so I haven't tried this yet, but let us know if it's worth a try for $3.99. Beer bread mix is back, another fan favorite. I haven't tried this but have always been curious. If you've tried it, please let us know what it tastes like. Is it a dense bread, or is it like a biscuit, or is it soft, for $2.99. Blueberry muffin mix is also a seasonal item, but my store has had it for a couple of months now, and this is a great time to whip some up for spring or Easter brunch for $4.49. Also, Meyer lemon cake mix with lemon icing is back. I made this last year for a party and ate it the next day, and it was on the dense side, maybe because I let it sit for a day, so I recommend eating it on the day of for $3.49. Moving over to the freezer section, there's new shrimp noodle rolls. Another new dim sum item has entered the frozen section. The best way to prepare them is to steam them, because that's how they do it at dim sum restaurants, but Trader Joe's suggests that you heat a little oil in the pan, place the rolls in. I recommend adding in a few drops of water also, and then cover them with a lid so they're allowed to both steam and also get crispy on the bottom. Make this into a meal and pair this with a veggie stir fry, or make your own dim sum spread with the soup dumplings, chicken shumai, and teriyaki mushroom balls. A bag is $3.99. Mini chocolate chip croissant swirls, another fan favorite, is back. These are fun to eat and built-in portion control, and a quick option for an on-the-go breakfast treat. These are what they look like: nice, buttery, crispy, and flaky with little bites of chocolate chips. I recommend keeping an eye on them while you warm them up, because they can easily get overcooked if they stay in a minute too long. I think they were $4.99 last year, but this year it's $5.99. Moving on to frozen desserts, there's new chocolate macaron ice cream sandwiches. This is crafted for us in France. The light chewy macaron shells are made from an airy almond flour base. The shells are then sent to a supplier here in the US where they're filled with a thick layer of premium chocolate ice cream. So let's take a closer look. There are 2 individually wrapped pieces that come in a box and come in these fun bright blue bags. A lot of people are saying this gives off brownie vibes, and honestly, they're not wrong. When I saw a piece missing from the macaron, I thought this is going to be dry and crispy, but the outside had a little crisp and the inside is super soft and chewy, exactly what you want in a macaron. The ice cream inside had the perfect texture, and the chocolate flavor in both the shell and the ice cream was nice and balanced, not too strong and not too weak. I loved how creamy the ice cream was with those chewy bites. Sweetness level, I'd say about a 7.5 out of 10. I loved it and definitely will be repurchasing for $4.99. Dulce de leche ice cream is also back for spring. This is caramel flavored ice cream with a smooth milk caramel swirl. Some people love this ice cream because it's so rich and smooth, and some people think it's a little boring because it's just one note of flavor with nothing else in it. So for those who want a little crunch, you could always pair this with a brown butter salted caramel biscotti for $3.79. If you're not into ice cream or chocolate, then try the raspberry, lemon, and strawberry fruit frenzy bars. These are so juicy and they're both sweet and tart, and these are $2.99. Haven't seen the double chocolate wafer cookies in a little bit, but they're back for $3.49. I first discovered the chocolate crepe wafer cookies at Costco, who sells them during the holidays in 2 large tins, which is too much for me, so I'm really glad Trader Joe's carries them now because this is the perfect amount. These are rolled thin crispy wafer cookies enriched in creamy milk chocolate. They're so light and crispy and only 25 calories a piece for $2.99. There are new Easter JoJo's. They have taken 4 classic chocolate and vanilla cream JoJo's and coated 2 in milk chocolate and 2 in white chocolate. The milk chocolate coated cookies are sprinkled with white nonpareils and pastel egg-shaped confetti sprinkles, and the 2 white chocolate coated cookies are covered in pink sanding sugar and Easter-themed fondant decals. This is perfect for an Easter basket, a springtime dessert platter, or a simple after-dinner sweet treat. Crumble them over a bowl of ice cream or use them as a cute cupcake topper for $3.99. Pinks and white shortbread cookies with yogurt coating and sprinkles are back. I thought I would love them, but these were unfortunately a miss for me, but you might love them for $4.49. These sprinkles walk into a sandwich cookie, always return in the spring. These are butter cookies that are both soft and crumbly with a buttercream frosting inside. The flavor reminds me of eating birthday cake. These are sweet and delicious, and I'm always tempted to get a box for $3.49. Cheery lemon animal crackers are also back. These come in the Enchanted Jangle mix, which is where we first discovered them. I love the texture of them. The animal crackers are so light and crispy and then covered with a lemon yogurt coating and rainbow sprinkles, and only one of the rare few items that are still 99 cents a bag. Peas and carrots sour gummy candies are also back for the spring. From the reviews I've heard in terms of flavor, I heard these aren't very sour, but they're so cute for $1.29. Spring gummies are also back, and it says chewy on the bag, but to me, these were on the softer side when I tried it. But let me know if this year's recipe is actually chewy. I know a lot of people love this variety, but these weren't my favorite for $3.49. But these fruity gummy candies, which seem lower on the radar for some reason, are my favorite gummies at Trader Joe's. They actually are chewy and slightly more firm. The flavors are better too, in my opinion, with pineapple, mango, grapefruit, watermelon, and blueberry. Not sure on the price on this one, but I think it's around $2 to $3. Sour jelly beans are also back for $2.49, and I heard that these are sour. The big bag of gourmet jelly beans are also back just in time for Easter. This is a 15-ounce bag for $4.99, or if that's too much, you can get a smaller box for 5 ounces for the same gourmet jelly beans for $2.49. Candy-coated dark chocolate-covered almonds are also back. These are so cute and meant to look like little Easter eggs, which makes them perfect to lay out in a bowl for the spring holiday. These have thin candy pastel-colored coating with dark chocolate and a crunchy almond inside that's not overly sweet for $4.99. There's also new Italian chocolate eggs. This assortment of Easter-friendly eggs have been beautifully panned and rotated in a drum to add layers of candy coating to give their exterior a color shading effect that is nostalgically reminiscent of egg dyeing. There's equal quantities of 4 different flavors. The green has a milk chocolate shell filled with white chocolate and coffee filling. Orange has a dark chocolate shell with dark chocolate filling. Pink has a milk chocolate shell with milk chocolate filling, and lavender has a milk chocolate shell with hazelnut filling. Hopefully they taste as good as they look for $9.99 a box. There's also new chocolate truffle eggs, which are so cute. Each bite-sized chocolate truffle eggs boasts a smooth chocolate shell and a luscious silky truffle filling. Each giftable 2-ounce box contains 7 eggs, and if you flip over the box, you can see the 7 flavors. You get a dark chocolate praline, a milk chocolate praline, a crispy milk chocolate, a milk chocolate coconut, a dark chocolate pistachio, a dark chocolate cookies and cream, and a white chocolate praline. Tuck a box into an Easter basket or scatter the eggs at the center of your table to use as a springtime decor, or unwrap them and use them to top cakes or cupcakes and ice cream sundaes for $2.99 a box. There's also a new break-apart bunny. At first glance, it appears to be a classic hollow form milk chocolate bunny that's smooth and sweet with a friendly face, but inside this includes a handful of the carrot-shaped gummy candies, which we previously saw that comes in a bag for $1.29. This is made for us in the United Kingdom by the same supplier who makes the hot chocolate stirring spoons for $3.99. There's also a milk chocolate bunny bar, also made for us in the UK. This uses a base of rich, creamy milk chocolate that's formed into an approximately 5-inch tall bunny bar shape. This is topped with bright candy gems and rainbow sprinkles, which gets its color from turmeric, spirulina extract, fruit juice, and beet powder. And then it has a sprinkling of caramel bits, adds a sweet, slightly salty crunch, and it's topped with a white chocolate drizzle for $4.49. Another cute option for Easter are the crispy peanut butter-filled milk chocolate peanuts. These are very soft and sweet, and if I recall correctly, they had little crispy bits inside for $2.99. Sprinkle Jangle is also back, and you can add this to your Easter basket. This includes candy yogurt-coated micro pretzels with drizzle, nonpareils with spring-colored sprinkles, broken pieces of dark chocolate JoJo cookies, and butter toffee peanuts, and also milk chocolate peanut butter cups. And this is $4.49. Also notice the dark chocolate covered power berries, which include acai, pomegranate, cranberry, and blueberry juices dipped in dark chocolate for $4.79. And there's a new Carasugo Italian tomato basil pasta sauce. Trader Joe's partnered with a supplier located in Puglia, which is the heel of the boot section of Italy. This supplier not only makes the sauce, but also grows the sweet, juicy tomatoes. The rest of the ingredients are simple and fresh, including olive oil, actual diced onion and chopped garlic, not from powders, chopped fresh basil, and sea salt. The only dried ingredient is oregano, which was chosen purposefully for its more concentrated flavor, and this is kosher. You can get a 24-ounce jar for $4.99. There's also a new chocolate chip energy bar. This bar is made with a base of hearty oats and crispy bits of soy protein held together with brown rice and tapioca syrups. It's studded with chocolate chips. Each 260-calorie bar is packed with 10 grams of protein, making it a good choice for pre-workout warm-ups, post-run wind-downs, or outdoor hikes. This is basically a Cliff Bar dupe for $1.19. They also have a peanut butter flavored one made with the same base of oats and crispy bits of soy protein and brown rice and tapioca syrups. But this one is flavored with lightly salted peanut butter and packed with 11 grams of protein. These are dense, chewy, and salty and sweet, easy to grab and go for $1.19 also. The tomato leaf scented candle is also back. This is a very polarizing item. People either seem to love it or hate it. To me, it reminds me of a fresh garden scent, like an actual garden, so it has a slightly deeper herbal scent, more so than a sweet fragrance, and this is $3.99. And as a reminder, you can always get cute Easter cards for 99 cents. Also, there's a new jelly bean flavored lip duo that's already in stores for $6.99, which will be covered more in the next video. And that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And until the next video, ciao guys!